Emir Sanusi warns against questioning divine will. Military confirms killing of 5 soldiers by IPOB ESN terrorists as Abia government places 25 million naira bounty. Labour declares nationwide strike over new minimum wage. On foreign in Zambia's ex-First Lady arrested for money laundering. Hello and welcome to Trust TV's news update. I am Chiamaka Mwafo. Thank you for joining us. Emir of Kano Muhammad Sanusi II was joined by thousands of Kano residents to observe his first Jumu'at prayers at the mosque since his reinstatement. The Emir emphasized the importance of unwavering faith in God's will, urging followers to accept divine decisions without question. Addressing congregants, Emir Sanusi highlighted the significance of belief in God's omnipotence, especially as the Islamic calendar approaches Zulhijjah, a month known for spiritual benefits. Speaking after the prayer, the Deputy Chief Imam of Kano Central Mosque, Dalhatu Surundinki, urged Muslims to adhere to believe in destiny as emphasized in the Emir's sermon. Meanwhile, the 15th Emir of Kano, Aminu Ado Bayero, was also joined by thousands to observe the Friday prayer at the Nasarawa Palace in Kano. Earlier, the Kano State Police Command dismissed reports that Aminu Ado Bayero would lead Jumu'at prayers at the Kofar Kudu Central Mosque.
So this sermon focused on the importance of patience and perseverance. He talked about the belief in destiny, that is Qadara, as one of the articles of faith that a Muslim has to believe in destiny, whether good or bad. So if you believe in destiny, you are going to be rewarded for that. And if you didn't believe in destiny, it means you are not a complete Muslim.
Still in Kano, a Sharia court on Friday fixed July 4th for hearing in the ongoing trial of Shafiu Abubakar, age 38, who allegedly set a mosque on fire and killing 14 people. Now, the number of the dead from the incident has risen to 21. The defendant, who lives at Garden Village in Gizawa local government area of Kano, is standing trial on 3-count charge bordering on mischief by fire, causing grievous harm, and culpable homicide. Prosecution Council Director, Public Prosecution DPP, Kano State Ministry of Justice, Salisu Terry, said the court have received a copy of the case diary from the police. The offences are said to have contravened the provision of Section 336, 247, and 221 of Kano State Sharia Penal Code law. The defendant pleaded guilty to all 3-count charge. The presiding judge, Al-Hatul Zakaria, ordered the prosecution counsel to furnish the defense counsel with all the particulars of the case. He ordered the remand of the defendants in a correctional center and adjourned the matter until June 4 for hearing. The military has confirmed an attack on its troops by the terrorists of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and its armed wing, the Eastern Security Network, ESN, in Abia State on Thursday, killing 5 personnel. A statement by the Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, said the attack took place at Obikabia Junction checkpoint in Obingwa local government areas adjoining Aba Metropolis, where troops of Operation Udoka were deployed to enforce peace in the area and protect the citizens. He said the terrorists who attacked the troops in the surprise assault came in 3 tinted Toyota Prado SUVs and others from built-up areas surrounding the checkpoint. The military also confirmed that 6 civilians were killed in the crossfire that ensued between the terrorists and the troops. According to Major General Buba, investigations are ongoing. To retaliate the troops found that the response would be brutal. The IPOB ESN terrorists launched the attack on the soldiers while enforcing a sit-at-home order across the southeast. The Abia state government has placed a 25 million naira bounty on the killers of 5 soldiers in the Aba area of the state and also condoled with the Chief of Army Staff Taurid Lagbaja over the incident. A statement by the Abia State Commissioner for Information and Culture, Okekano, said the security formations in the state have been directed to treat informants with all the confidentiality required to guarantee their full cooperation and assistance until the criminals are fully apprehended and brought to book. Gunmen on Thursday stormed the military unit at Obikabia Junction, Omo Hill area, and also burnt the unit as well as a patrol van packed in the unit. Some soldiers were alleged to have escaped the attack by the gunmen. A day after the incident, the state government described it as unfortunate and prayed for the repose of the souls of the gallant soldiers who died on active duty. Still on the matter, the leadership of Ohanese Ndigbo and the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, have denounced the killing of security personnel by unknown armed men in the southeast. President General of the Ohanese Ndigbo Worldwide, Emmanuel Iwanyanwu, after a meeting with Nnamdi Kanu, who was in the custody of the Department of State Services, DSS, on Thursday stated that Kanu was not behind the order for the seat at home. Here's the report.
Iwanyanwu said the senseless killing of security operatives by a gang of criminals does not enjoy the support of all right-thinking Igbos, the leadership of Ohanese, as well as Nnamdi Kanu. He appealed to President Ahmed Tinubu to find a political solution to Nnamdi Kanu's detention because it was no longer a judicial matter but a political one.
I'm sad, very sad that in Igbo lands, where I am now presiding as a leader, that some people can come and kill I hear 2 soldiers have been killed somewhere. These are people who are carrying the banner of Nigeria. These are people who have brought out their life for us. And it is very sad. We regard it as a criminal matter.
Iwanyanwu went down memory lane to recall that there have been several agitations for self-determination since independence, from Isaac Boro in the Niger Delta to Northerners calling for secession. The Ohanese leader explained that several youths from the southwest, south-south and other areas have also been agitating for self-determination, but none of them was behind bars for expressing themselves.
Let's go back into history and you see, we have been talking about the structuring of this country. And I want to take this opportunity again to call Tinubu to take a serious look, an immediate look into the structuring of this country. Until this country is structured to enable people to develop within their capacity, within their potentials, so that people should in fact be able to harvest and exploit God-given potentials in their places.
The Ohanese leader had led a delegation which included the Secretary General, the Eze Ndigbo of Abuja, and the former chairman of the Police Service Commission, among others, to meet with Kanu at the DSS headquarters, where he is currently being detained.
Over in Plateau State, the military task force in charge of maintaining peace in the state has declared 11 persons wanted for killings in the state. Deputy Commander of Operation Safe Haven, Tezungwe Iua, disclosed this during a press conference in Jos on Friday. According to him, the persons declared wanted were all males. The Deputy Commander urged anyone with useful information on the whereabouts of the wanted suspects to kindly contact Operation Safe Haven, the Nigerian Police Force and the Department of State Services. He said a handsome reward awaits any person or group of persons who provide useful information leading to the arrest of any of the wanted suspects. Suspected murderer of 6 core members and a policewoman on duty during the post-election violence in 2011 has been arrested by the police commando operatives in Bauchi State. State Commissioner of Police Awal Musa Mohammed stated this while parading the suspect and others before journalists in the state. Adamu Imam has more.
The suspected masterminder Kabiru Musa aka Dawa is said to be a hardened criminal that had for many years terrorizing people of Gyade community in Bauchi State.
The above mentioned core members, may their soul rest in peace, tried to take to their heels, while the said suspected killer Dawa, alongside his syndicate, ran in pursuit of the co-members to their various locations of refuge and gruesomely murdered them, one after the other. The syndicate also attacked and broke into shops of traders and carted away valuables, further causing a breakdown of law and order.
An eyewitness from the community who was at the police headquarters confirmed that Kabir Musa was the person who led the mob action that led to the gruesome murder of the co-members, including policewoman, after setting police division on fire.
The
suspect set the police station ablaze. The whole environment got burnt that time, and the co-members ran outside the police station to hide, and they were overpowered and killed by the suspected syndicate group. Culprits always denied their actions.
While fielding questions from journalists, the suspect denied participation in the heinous act, though he confirmed he was in Gade during the crisis, but did not go near the scene of the crime.
I swear, we didn't do anything in regards to the killings of 6 core members, 2011 in Bauchi. We heard about the crisis, but we are not among them. I'm not involved, honestly.
And we beat him, we torture him and cost the state.
So what is the truth of the matter?
The truth of the matter is that only God can tell.
The Commissioner of Police added that after a manhunt for a decade, the suspects were arrested and the investigation is still ongoing. They will be charged to court after findings of the investigation. Adam Imam, Trust TV News, Bauchi.
Now, the Nigerian Labour Congress NLC and the Trade Union Congress TUC have declared a nationwide strike beginning from Monday, June 3rd, 2024, with the tripartite committee's inability to agree on a new minimum wage. The president of the TUC, Festus Osifo, announced the strike at a joint news conference with the leadership of the NLC in Abuja on Friday. According to the Labour leaders, the decision follows the expiration of an earlier request to the federal government to conclude all negotiations for a new minimum wage before the end of May. The organised Labour had once pulled out of the negotiation and rejected 2 federal government offers, the latest being the offer to pay 60,000 naira as a minimum wage. Nigerians have been called to unite and restore the lost glory of peace gained during and after attaining independence by the heroes and founding fathers. The call was made in Kaduna at a lecture to strengthen unity through diversity for the progress and development of the nation. Here's the report.
Nigeria is a country with more than 200 ethnic groups. Since the attainment of independence to date, the country has experienced multitude challenges ranging from communal, ethno-religious, and political crises. It is the belief of the leaders in this lecture that harnessing the diversities of Nigeria will no doubt promote unity in the country.
It is when we come together, the spirit of oneness, hospitality, resilience, and innovativeness. As you are aware, Kaduna is the most diverse state in the whole of Nigeria.
Our religion must not be a dividing factor to us, my fellow Nigerians. The fact that I am from the north central wing of the 19 states we share, everybody in this room is my brother and my sister. There should be our power and our strength, and it must be a unifying knot, what holds all of us together. When we recognize and appreciate and accept this fact, then there will be no them or us. We become all one.
In his address, Chief BC Akande says Nigeria has come a long way as a nation and therefore must begin to enjoy the dividend of independent nation.
Towards the last election, the prophecy was thick that Bola Ahmed Tinubu will not become the APC candidate. He did become. Religious clerics of one belief and the other became sleepless for him not to win the presidential election. One Nigeria is a major part of what we are now celebrating today. I am therefore particularly convinced that Nigeria will forever continue to be sustained as a more peaceful, more developed, more progressive, and more prosperous country.
The representative of the Chief of Defense Staff, Brigadier General Akin Ojo, emphasized the commitment of the service chiefs to maintain a one united Nigeria.
Approach to even the tactics, techniques, and procedures for fighting counterinsurgency warfare, fighting insecurity have been totally overhauled. So we see more collaboration with other paramilitary agencies. We see more cooperation even with ministries, departments, and agencies in what we call integrated operations. And that's because the right people have been put in place.
The lecture is aimed at promoting unity among the diverse groups in Nigeria, especially in the north, where many ethno-religious and political crises were recorded in the past. Bello Musa, Trust TV News, Kaduna.
Move over to the southwest, where residents in Osogbo, capital of Osun State, are groaning in pains as contractors handling the ongoing road construction in some parts of the state blocked major roads. Residents lamented that this has disrupted economic activities in the affected areas and subjected people to difficulties. Hamid Oyebade tells us more.
The road between Alekuwodo and Okefia in Osogbo was blocked to enable the construction of a flyover bridge and the access. Also, the Lameko roundabout was blocked for another flyover bridge along Agumbelewo area. Since then, business owners in the area could not continue with their economic activities.
It could have been better to have done this in stages, rather than blocking a lot of parts and roads, such as to make it very difficult for people to access. Okefia is actually a big center of the city. So I don't know why we're doing this for ourselves in a country like this, because I've been to other nations, and when they do their things, it's quite different. They take into consideration other road users.
You know, many of us that have our businesses and enterprise in this region, we are not finding it easy at all. You know, we are not finding it easy at all. You know, we have to park our cars at very long distance from where we are actually from where our businesses and enterprises are. So we want to encourage the government to please speed up the project.
Governor Ademola Adeleke's spokesperson, Rashid Olawale, said the governor is aware of the situation and pleaded with residents to endure it.
The appeal of Mr. Governor to our people is that they should kindly endure. It's just for some few times, and the ministry is also working to create alternative channels so that the congestion and the hardship being faced by our people will be largely minimized. But overall, you see, the pain of putting up infra upgrade, every society normally experiences it.
The residents pleaded with the governor to ensure that the projects are completed without delay. Hamid Oyebade, Trust TV News, Osogbo.
We move to business, where the Abuja Electricity Distribution Company, AEDC, has threatened to disconnect customers who fail to pay their outstanding bills latest by June 3rd, 2024. The threat is contained in a statement issued by the company on Friday. According to the statement signed by the acting managing director and chief executive officer of the DISCO, Victor Ojelabi, It warned customers to either pay or risk getting disconnected from power supply. The utility firm emphasized the importance of adhering to payment deadlines to ensure efficient and reliable service. Away from Nigeria, Zambia's former First Lady has been arrested on money laundering charges. Her lawyer said on Friday that the arrest came days after her husband claimed he was being targeted as part of political vendetta. 66-year-old Esther Lungu was held Thursday evening alongside her two daughters after being quizzed for hours about properties the family holds in the capital, Lusaka. He said the properties, a block of flats in Lusaka's high-end new Kasama district, were built by Lungu's husband, former President Edgar Lungu. Zambia's anti-drug agency said the one-time First Lady had failed to give a reasonable explanation of how she acquired the flat, which had a construction cost of 41 million kwacha. And finally, in sports, Chiamaka Nnadozie has etched her name in the history books by becoming the first African, Nigerian, to win the National Union of Professional Footballers UNFP award for the best goalkeeper in the French Women's League. Nnadozie was recognized for her sterling display for Paris FC in the 2023-2024 season. The Nigerian international beat a strong field that included Olympic Lyon's Christian Endler, Katarzyna of Paris SG, FC Fleury's Chloe Ngazi, and Kinga Zemek of Stade de Reims to the individual accolade. The 23-year-old also claimed the best goalkeeper in the French D1 Akerma Women's League last month. Nnadozie's penalty-saving heroics in particular has cemented her status as one of the best goalkeepers in the world. She saved 7 penalties this season, the highest by any goalkeeper in Europe. With that, we've come to the end of news update at this hour. For more news, programs, and documentaries, please do well to follow us on all our social media platforms and on our YouTube live stream. I am Chiamaka Mwafo. On behalf of the news production team, thank you for